Jumping straight into qualifying now. This was my best lap that was valid. I did have about 4 more tenths in the lap, as you see straight from turn 1 here. I lose about 2 tenths or a tenth on the exit there. It was 12 minutes for qualifying. I was on a lap before this that unfortunately I got a bit of traffic on going down the hill. But this was my best lap that I was able to get valid. So coming into turn 2 here, just trying to keep it tidy. As you see, we're actually a bit down on our time in this first sector, so the first sector was a bit slow, but we're able to gain the time on the other 2 sectors here. So in the hairpin, keeping it nice and close, you want to get as close to that wall as you can, late apex, so you're accelerating up that hill. Now through the fast uphill section, I really like this section because you're full throttle with just a little bit of a lift for some of the corners. Really nice sector. And then coming down the hill, this is the most tricky part of the track. Really got to get so close to these walls, so as you see, to really push and get a good lap time here. Really pushing, as you can see, trying to get as close to the walls. Do lose about a tenth there though, as we were 3.5 tenths, now only 2.5 tenths up. So there is definitely a couple more tenths, I think about 3 or 4 tenths still in the lap. But this was my best one, as I said, that was able to get all the sectors together. Down the hill, keep it up in 5th gear so you can get up that hill with high revs and shift it into 6th gear. For this right-hander, just try and do very little steering input to not scrub off any speed. Hard braking point into this left-hander. Go a little bit deep and miss the apex, as you see, lose about a tenth there again, unfortunately. But then coming into the final corner, try and do our best here. Only about 6 tenths up now coming into the final corner. Get a little bit of a slide, but able to correct it. And that lap put us on pole by only 300ths of a second. So that was very close, because we weren't able to get those other few tenths there. So very close. Now we did have a 5-second time penalty, because last round during our battle, the stewards weren't happy with the fact that we cut Maggots and Beckett's during a battle when I was on the outside, and gained time from that, even though I got a track limit. So I did have that 5-second penalty. Here into the first corner, BMW had a good start, able to overtake us around the outside, and now I'm just trying to hold it behind him. And I've already got pressure from Diaz, as you can see, and the BMW in front of us gets a bad exit, so we're right on the back of him, but we're in a bit of a sandwich between these 2 BMWs, as you see. So we were under pressure for a decent amount of the race. We were in battles for a big chunk of it, about 2/3 of the race. Now with 52 minutes to go, we've still got Diaz right on our tail, coming into the fast right-hander here, as you see. He goes for the inside, I go for the outside, leave him room, because I want the inside for this heavy braking point here. He clips the curb, very nearly collects us. So let's have a look at the official stream of that. I got permission from PLR to use their official stream clips, as long as I put their Twitch channel link in the description down below. So if you'd like to go check it out, it's in the description down below.
Getting a drink. What happened to Holmes? He just crashed himself out. Marco Dia now has the opportunity to make the move happen. Look at how close they are. This nearly looks like a NASCAR race with the bomb drafting. He has the speed. He's going to try the outside line. Who's going to break the line? Michael!
At first I thought it might have been my fault from my onboard, but looking at the replay you can see that unfortunately he just clipped the curb. And now 42 minutes left of the race. We've got a little bit of a break, but I'm still trying to push because I've got that 5-second penalty and only a 4.5-second gap to P3. Coming into the hairpin now, Lexus spins in front of us and narrowly we avoid him. That was super close.
So close. Man, I thought my race was going to be over there. Man, that was close.
And now coming in for our pit stop, half an hour into the race, well 33 minutes left, sorry, so about 27 minutes in. Go a little bit early on the stop, as I think I was a bit higher on my fuel consumption than I expected, so just played it a bit safe and came into the pits a lap or so earlier. Now this is where I serve my 5-second time penalty, but unfortunately, as we're about to see here, I do miss my box, which does cost us a little bit of time. But after serving the 5-second time penalty, let's see if we come out ahead or behind that AMG who was in P3 before we got to the pit stop phase. So now coming round the first corner, 27 minutes to go the race. There's the AMG exiting the pit lane.
Gonna be close.
Will we get him
Gonna be
into turn
close.
2 here? Has he had a good enough run? Super close as you see here.
Gonna be close. Gonna be
Will
close.
we get him into turn 2?
Why are my tires so
Not able to get
bumps?
a good enough run coming into turn 2, but immediately putting the pressure on him. Remember, he's on his outlap, but we've had about 1 or 2 laps to heat up our tyres and brakes, so we're all at optimum temperature, whereas he's still heating up his tyres and brakes. As you see, putting as much pressure on him as we can, getting all over his rear view mirror to try and force him into a mistake. Now coming down the hill, coming for the uphill section now in sector 3, right on the back of the AMG now. He seemed to be a bit faster than me in the straights. I'm not sure if that was from a bit of aero damage or not. But now coming into the right-hander, as you see we get a decent run coming down this straight, but into the braking point, he goes early on the brakes and I send it on the braking and I'm able to get the move done. It was a bit of a dive, but he was early on the brakes, he left the door wide open, so I just went for the move to get past and not have to follow him for any longer. So 25 minutes to go, we're now sitting P2. Let's see what we can do now. Here's a clip from the official stream.
Western is my favorite genre of movies as well, so. Look at Cause 4! What a move! Gee, that's some late braking, and that's what you want to see. My God, what a maneuver. That was absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, happy with that move, but now look at the pressure we're under from the AMG. Now I thought he was going to go into the back of me there, so I lifted off the brakes and ended up going into the wall because I got understeer from that, unfortunately. I just saw in the rear view mirror it looked like he had braked a little bit later than I had, so I was worried that he was going to hit the back of me. So as I said, I lifted off the brakes, but then I ended up hitting the outside wall. So we were running with a little bit of aero damage, which does slow us up just a little bit, I think, on the straights. Now as you see, he put us under pressure for, I would say, the fine. As soon as we overtook him, he was on our back for pretty much the rest of the race. As you see here, lots of pressure, trying to stay ahead if we can. I was just doing my best to try and be consistent, not make any mistakes and stay out of those walls. And now with 18 minutes to go, look at the delta between me and the AMG. And you notice how much straight line speed he has compared to me. Now I'm not sure if he was just getting better runs on the exit, or if he had better traction, I'm not sure. Or if it was to do with the setup, or my little bit of aero damage, I'm not sure. But the AMG was definitely quicker on the straights, and as you see, putting lots of pressure on us at the end of the straights.
AMG is flying on those straights.
It was a fantastic battle here though for P2, under pressure as I said, for pretty much all of the second half of the race. As you see, look at the delta though again, as you see, half a second coming out of that corner, but watch how close it is by the time we get to the end of this straight. As you see, it's only about 2/10 by the time we get to the end of this straight, so we were really having to maximise what we did in the corners. But I clip that apex curb. He's right on the back of me now. He's going to go for the outside. I'm going to hold the inside. Now I brake really early to try and stay on the inside on the straight, but he still gets a switcheroo, and I can't cut him off there because he's had that better run than me. So now into turn 1, 7 minutes to go. I'm going to have to go round the outside if I want to keep this position, which we do. We're able to get round, no contact thankfully as well, able to hold it around the outside with 7 minutes to go the race.
7 minutes of racing, which approximately will equal 3 laps or 4. And Enrico Baris with a very good exit. Side by side action, here we go. Obviously, Cosfor is going to be able to defend it. But look at the switcheroo, beautifully done there from Enrico Paris. Can he hold the inside line? He looks like he might have a chance. Is it going to break lane? He does so perfectly side by side. A little bit of contact, but still both of them are going to hold it together.
So there wasn't
And
actually
Rico's
any
gonna drop the
contact, it just
position.
looked like on the
Flip that
official
curb on
stream
the
there
left
was a bit
tire,
of
it's such a
contact,
high curb.
but thankfully we were
Really
able to
unsettling
make
car.
sure there wasn't any contact into that first corner.
Got this lap and then 3 more to go.
And now, as you see, he was really putting the pressure on us, and I was just trying not to make any mistakes and stay out those walls. It was a fantastic battle here for P2, a really long battle, really clean, so yeah, it was a fantastic wee battle. Now with 5 minutes to go, AMG putting pressure on us again, looks to go down the inside but backs out of it, and then as you see he goes a little bit wide there, loses a little bit of time, and we're able to get just a little bit of a gap, but already he's back on us again, trying to go around the outside. He backs out that move though, we're able to hold the inside and keep the position. Only 4.5 minutes to go, so I think we had 3 laps left of the race now. Let's see if we can hold this P2 under a lot of pressure now though. Now with 3 minutes to go of the race, as you see the AMG gets a good run on us here on that straight line speed. We've got just under 3 minutes to go now, 2 laps left of the race. Can we hold the position? He's going to have a look for the outside there. We're staying on the inside again, and he backs out the move, but still right on our rear bumper there, as you can see. Really love this hairpin here. It's a beautiful corner to just accelerate up the hill. If you get it right, it's a really nice flowing corner there. 2 minutes to go of the race, and he's still right on the tail. I skim the wall just a little bit there, but he's still right on the back of us, putting us under a lot of pressure here for this P2 podium place.
It's the mistake from Cosfor, but Cosfor is doing absolutely amazing well. There's a top job from this man. Holding Enrico behind. Lots of pressure put on the McLaren driver. But he's dealing with it like a boss.
And now coming on to the final lap, the AMG gets a bit late on the brakes, goes on to the grass on the exit of the final corner, and he lost a lot of time there, about a second, so we were able to get a bit of clear track for the final lap.
Yes, guys, come on. P2. I think we only had the pace.
As always
for,
guys,
like
thanks
the
for watching the
finish
video.
there.
Hope you enjoyed.
That
Hope you
AMG
enjoy
is
this
definitely
new
quicker than
style. Let me
Steve's.
know if you
Still
like this
inside.
style
So yeah,
or
the
not.
second one.
I try to do it a bit more
Commentator,
so you're
everyone
hearing
up
what
there,
I'm saying
I'll
on
just do some
stream
donuts for the, stream
instead of
shortly.
me talking over the
Visual
entire
ones,
thing.
so
So let me know if you
this
prefer
feeds
this style of commentating over the
Alright,
highlights
whole
videos or
race,
not.
I thought
But
you
as
would,
always, thanks for
I thought
watching
you would
and
avoid
see you again next time.
it. I expected them to.